Hey fammo, what up? It's Great the Gregory. Today I'm starting my series on Valhalla Hills. It's a building strategy, indie, survival Viking game. And it's really fun. I played some on the King Gamer community channel. I did some live streaming and I really enjoyed it. It's one of those games I thought that I could take somewhere and just play it on my own time and have a lot of fun. So this is episode 1. Hope you guys enjoy it. Check it out. It's cool. Here we go. Whoop, 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 whoop. Hey guys, what's going on? It's Great the Gregory here. If you're new to the channel, welcome. This is Valhalla Hills. I played some of it in my live stream for King Gamer, and I wanted to continue on my own because it's super fun. I'm definitely going to start over. So I have I think 2 files. So let's do profiles. Let's create a new profile. We'll call it my name, of course. Great the Greg. That's fine. Yeah, new map. Let's go to normal game, random seed, and let's start. Starting over. So just quick run through. This game was built, I think by Delirium Studios. I really hope that's the right developer. Awesome people. They're in connection with the people who made the Settlers and forgot the other name of the other game. Basically, it's a building strategy game, sort of like From Dust. There's a lot of games that are similar to this game. You start out with 5 Vikings, okay? You get a random assortment of supplies. You get your logs. You get flintstone, sticks, rocks, or stones, excuse me, and leather. And you start out on an island. This is island number 1. It's a small island. And every island after this one will progressively get bigger, harder monsters, new things will be unlocked. Every island that you encounter, every island that you beat will unlock you new things to use, such as new buildings, I want to say it's just buildings when I think about it. It's basically just all buildings. New buildings, which then, in connection to the new buildings, you also get new items you can make from the buildings. So it really all stems from the buildings. Anyway, you'll see as we move along here. I'll try to get a couple islands in. This first island, it's a joke. I'll be honest with you. To win, you have to open the portal. To open the portal, you have to get a Viking in close. This cold. I can't talk today. Okay. You have to get a Viking in close proximity to the portal. Then you click open portal. And by proximity, I mean maybe this far. So just get somewhat close. And you hit open. And normally when I hit open, monsters will pour out of there. And by monsters, I mean like ice Vikings and ice golems and ice monsters. Things like that. But because this is the first island, and I wrote about this in my review, they don't make you fight anything, which whatever, take it how you want, but we can move on. The first time I built a bunch of stuff here and played the game, my first run through, but we don't need to do that. I'm just going to move past this first island. Basically what we have, toolmaker, that's sort of like the first building you need to make. If you make a woodcutter, you're going to be punching a lot of trees and not getting anywhere. So you make a toolmaker, and your Vikings will use the tool or the supplies that you start out with to craft you some tools. I'll show you in the next level. Then you cut some wood down with your woodcutter. You make tents. Tents act as population cap increasers. You have up here at your top left, you have some menus. You have unemployed Vikings. We have 5 of those right now. None of our Vikings are working. We have warriors. How many are employed in the military? We have Viking capacity 5 out of 10, so we can quote unquote house 10 Vikings right now. And 5 out of 20 requested. I'll show you what those mean later on. Here's their start portal. I didn't know there was a button for that. So yeah, basically the same thing that's up there is over here. And then you have your honor. I'm not sure what honor does, to be honest with you. I'm not sure. Time until arrival. Yeah, okay. So that's later when you're ordering new Vikings. Here's your day and night cycle, your little clock. You have a button. As far as the day and night, I'm not sure what changes other than just the darkness. It gets darker. You have a pause button, and you have 3 game speeds you can choose from. Here are all your notifications that come up. All of these are things that we unlocked through beating the first level. So we unlocked a rabbit, fishery, fishing hut, fishery, whatever. Minimum size increases, so I think the island has gotten bigger. Ice Vikings, which are the enemies. Altar and military camp. Those 2 I'll explain in the next level. Cemeteer. I'm not quite sure. Oh, we can click on it. Cemeteer. So yeah, each level also has a summit. It'll be much easier if you guys just see it rather than me trying to explain it with my lack of words and poor articulation. So we will move on. Let's move on. I'll stop talking about it. Victory. So here's what we unlocked: rabbits, ice Vikings, all this stuff. Very small maps. We got a bigger map. I love this game in that sense. The map changes every time, and you slowly start getting a summit on your map. You're kind of climbing. It's like you're climbing to Valhalla from the very bottom level, because you are worthless scum. Here's some rabbits that we unlocked. Rabbits drop meat and leather, and we got, let's see, let me check something real quick. La-di-da. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, drop meat and leather, and we've got bushes with generic fruit. Yes, it's just fruit. Oranges, berries, whatever you want to call it. It's fruit. It's a food source. We've got no Vikings on the map right now. No ice Vikings to fight. I'm guessing when we open this portal, we will probably unlock 2 out of there. It'll probably be a couple little dudes that pour out of there, and they're not a big deal, but we do need to combat them. We can either combat them. I will show you guys the peaceful way this time. The peaceful way requires sacrifices. I did it for my first time like yesterday or something, and it was a lot different than I thought, so I'd like to show you guys that. So let's go ahead and make our tool maker. It's the first thing you want to get up. Without tools, you can't do anything. Okay, then we get our woodcutter. So they will begin work. It employed 1 person, Una, and Una will begin work on building that. Let's get the woodcutter up. The woodcutter has a radius, and around the radius is the trees that will be used to forage for wood. So those trees are good. Let's see, we don't have too much. We're gonna want some food. Let's get a tent up. I find that if you don't build tents pretty quickly, you can get into some real sticky situations as far as workers and not having the capacity to hold more Vikings, and having too many Vikings employed and none of them being able to do what you want to do, and you won't progress. So you need tents. Tents are very useful. So I will make us a tent here. Later on, next level I should get pathways, and they are like my favorite thing in the world. I'll show you guys those on the next level. We got our woodcutter up. Tristan is our woodcutter, so he will need an axe. We go over to our tool maker, click on the available products, we click on simple axe. There we go. We click on simple axe, goes under the production tab, and Una, who is our tool maker, will get to work. She's retrieving our resources required for the axe, which is a stick and a flintstone. You can add carriers to buildings. Some buildings, not all buildings. Can't do it to the woodcutter. You can add carriers, and they basically just haul resources to and from the building that are required. It's pretty handy to have. But like I was saying, you can run out of unemployed workers, unemployed Vikings, if you have too many carriers. I tend to throw carriers around to mindlessly, and therefore I run out of workers. This is just a problem that's happened to me a couple times, and I've learned from my mistakes. You guys hopefully won't have to see it, because I just sit there and stare at them, and I'm like, why are my buildings not being built? What's going on? It's a big brain fart moment. It's frustrating. Other than that, this game hasn't really challenged me too hard. So we will get these things built. They are built. Now we will build our altar right in the middle here. I just deleted a berry bush. That wasn't good. And as far as food, they've got plenty of berries. They should be fine until we get this. Well, let's get a fishery up anyway. All the way over here. That's right. I like how we have a section of the island just for us. In the later levels, you kind of get encroached on by Vikings that are chilling around. we've got free reign of the island. The bunnies are our only enemies. They are kind of hoarding that island. It's like bunny gangster territory over there. Liv is the master of offerings. Let's get I hit double speed if you guys didn't notice. I like to keep it at double speed. That's like a good standstill for me. Alrighty. Master of offerings. So we need to go open that portal in order to see what we need to offer. And because there's indirect control in this game, you cannot control actively where your characters go. They just kind of go where they want, or they go where you require them to build things. So in order to get them over here, I'm gonna have to place a tent in close proximity to the portal so that they'll just walk over there. See, look, Virgit's gonna do it. No, maybe not. There we go. She's gonna walk over here. The second she gets close enough, I'm going to destroy this, demolish. There we go, portal activated. And then we're gonna open the portal. Okay. Before we open the portal, let's see, we have 1 ice guard. 5 logs is going to be the sacrifice. So the offering possible is 5 logs. So we go over to our altar. There it is, 5 logs. Check our resources. We've got 2. We need 3 more. And we'll try to make an offering. I'm not sure if there's... I say try to make an offering. I'm not sure if there's like a possibility of failure. We'll find out, I guess. Hopefully not. You got to be careful. If you're going the peaceful route, you're going to be defenseless. So you might want to build yourself just a regular military camp. What are all these guys doing, chattering about? Let's see. Nobody's working. We need a fisherman. People live there. We got a tool maker. Just got a lot of bums, I guess. Okay, let's see how many logs we have. 6 logs. Let's make this offering. And then somebody's going to carry all the logs to the altar. It's going to be Liv, the master of offerings. We can employ a carrier just to speed things up. We got Groa now. Groa should be working. There you go. Carrying things. I like the reaction speed of the units. When you tell them what to do, it's on it, and there's not much playtime. They don't mess around. As long as you work with the game, you can kind of, there we go, perform sacrifice. Sacrifice being performed. Perform the sacrifice. The portal can now be opened. Open the portal. We win. Unlocked all these things. I forgot what I was saying. Oh yeah, the reaction speed. I like how quick these workers react. If you understand the name of the game and how to play, you don't get frustrated too often with your Vikings. They kind of are predictable, and they do what you want if you understand how to control them. Alright, let's see what we got. We got a sawmill. We gotta run through this quick. There's so many. We got a sawmill. Basically cuts up logs into planks. We have small storage. It's used to store 6 different items. Each small storage can store 6 different types of items. It stacks, I think, pretty big. I think 20, I guess. I don't know. Snowy ground. Can't plant. It's difficult to plant grain on snowy ground. We got low pedestal and mid pedestal. Now that we have a summit and we have an incline on our island, we're gonna have to start building on inclines. And as you saw before, when I was building, everything was green. Now we're gonna see some yellow and some orange coloring on the ground when I start to build, and that means that it requires more I'm going 100 miles per hour, man. That it requires pedestals, and pedestals require a certain amount of logs. I can't remember how much. I think 2 and 4 maybe, 3 and 4 maybe. I'll show you that later. The quarry does what you think it does, collects stones. Wheat farm does what you think it does, grows pumpkins. And then we have the well, and the well collects water. The brewery, it makes beer out of wheat and water, and beer is used to increase the health bar of your soldiers. So if you want more health, they're going to drink more beer. Stonemason cuts up the stones you get from the quarry into like bricks to make other buildings with. Troop supply is a place where beer and gold and weapons can be stored for your soldiers to grab. And then the map size increased. Here we go. Map number 3, island number 3. See, the summit has increased. We should have a couple Vikings, maybe 1 or 2 on the map, just kind of roaming around. Even before the portal's open, there he is. There's an ice guard right there. You get a camera. I love this camera thing they have. So we got a camera on the ice guard there. I don't really want to see his ugly face. We'll get rid of that. I just see one. I don't see any more, which is good. That's good. And we got a lot of room to build. Here's some rocks. That is where we will put our quarry. And as you can tell, there's a lot of sloping going on. A lot of hilly areas, and it's going to be harder for us to build. It's just going to cost more resources is all. So let's get a toolmaker up. Let's put the toolmaker right. Alright, so you see what I'm saying? There's green areas. If I put it on the green up top, you can see it costs 3 logs. If I put it on the yellow, it costs 2 extra for the pedestal, and as well as the 3 for the building. The orange has 4, so it is 2 and 4. So we like to try to find a green area. I kind of want the storage to be right there so I don't have to walk far. Let's put the toolmaker right here, I guess. Doesn't matter too much. Does not matter too much. Woodcutter. Let's go with, obviously next to the woods, we'll go right here with him. And then we'll sit for a while to double speed. Small storage, let's see how many logs we have. We have 1 log. I could do storage, but in all honesty, to be honest with you guys, I'm serious when it comes to the tents. It can really, really mess you up. And this island I will take on militarily, instead of using the altar and peaceful means. Either one works, obviously. I don't know which one I prefer quite yet. Military I find to be easier, honestly, because it's easy to whoop these guys' ass, honestly. And if you don't have a military camp, you run the risk of being run over by them at any time. If they get close, they don't come out and seek you, but if they get close, let's make a tent. If they get close, and they'll chase your guys into town and may or may not continue to attack you. It's just a risk you run is all. Storage, no, this is a tent. Let's put the tent right here. It's 2 extra logs, but whatever. There's not much flat land here. It's a problem. Small storage. I can get up in a second. We got our woodcutter up. We need to make a stone axe, a simple axe, excuse me. We'll make a hammer and then 2 more axes. We're going to need to equip our stupid little warriors with axes. I hope they didn't hear me call them stupid. You're not stupid, guys. You're not stupid. You're Vikings. So, you know, stereotypically you're not that smart. You're just brutal and violent. You gotta have some smarts, I guess. Let's see. To be that efficient at killing people, you gotta have some smarts, I guess. Tent's ready. Tent's up. That's good news. Did we get the path yet? Didn't get the path yet, huh? I could have sworn I got that on the 3rd island. I guess the 4th. We'll figure it out. What do we need? What do we need? I am dozing off here. Military camp is definitely what we need. Let's get some food up. Military camp requires just logs. Do we need food? Do we need storage? I like to get through these levels as quickly as possible because while it is fun, these earlier levels could just be wasting your time. Unless you really enjoy sitting here and building up your resources and just kind of playing at sandbox mode, then by all means do that. Me personally, I want to get to the point where it challenges me to do those things. I don't want to do them just to do them. I want to get to the later levels. So let's place just a fishery over here, over yonder, way over here. And we'll get a military camp up right smack dab in the middle here. A couple more axes, fishing rod, and we'll hit triple game speed because we can. See our Vikings moving around like little ants. This tent should be housing more people. Not really sure why it's not. Let's see. La ti da da do do. Well, okay. That wraps up my time, guys. Tune in to the next episode to see where I go with this 3rd island. We're making good progress. This has been Valhalla Hills. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Go out and buy it. It's $19.99 on the Steam Marketplace. It came out like a couple months ago. It's a really fun game. A couple things I would change about it if I could. But hey, not any one game is perfect, and this one is pretty damn fun, and that's all that really matters. So thanks for watching, guys. Adios.